What's
We
wrong
need
with
to
them,
do.
man?
We need to.
Look. Nah, man, two big foot should not be next to each other, man.
Are you ready? Hey guys, welcome to a Fighting Fit podcast. Today I'm with the gang. Come on, you know. I know a lot
Gotta
of
have a
people.
cool gang sign.
I know a lot of people probably wondering, like, you know, what brought us together and our journey into fitness. You know what I mean? So I think Elvin. What to do, baby? Talk the thing there.
I said, talk the thing.
Talk the things.
Alright,
You know?
so what do you want to know?
What do I want to know?
Tell me.
Man, your journey within fitness, like, you know, how has fitness saved your life?
Brief story is, I got into trouble, man. I got into trouble when I was younger. I was always into fitness anyway. Like, literally, I was always into fitness. I did like play basketball with this big head over here. You know, we grew up together.
Told you about that droplet.
Yeah, that's all right, man. The gal them droplet. Don't worry about that. But yeah, no, literally played basketball. Did running. Obviously, I was always faster than Maradona, so that wasn't no problem.
Low blow.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Is he digging?
Just a bit. Let's see how
Pause.
far he's gonna
I
dig.
don't dig man, you know. Pause. But anyway, yeah. I just had to put that one. I had to put that one. But yeah, literally, I just like I used to love doing sports. Like everything was all about sports. Like if it wasn't basketball, I did a bit of boxing with my traveller friend who I grew up with.
What's his name?
Now we won't go and talk about that.
Okay, no names.
No face, no case.
Yeah, but literally, like I did a bit of that. Did judo. Used to go Poplar Grove and all of that. Yeah, man. So I did all the taekwondo stuff, and then I literally like a lot of it. The fitness side, like I was when I was younger, my fitness side was a bit lazy. So like I even did football with Brent. Oh, I forgot the guy's name now, man.
Oh, the shit.
But he was literally he was militant. He was so militant, like to the point where I was just like, nah, I'm not feeling this. But went into basketball, and then I ended up hanging around with some people that I probably shouldn't have been. Well, I wouldn't even say probably shouldn't have been. Maybe that my mindset, I allowed my mindset to be influenced on the road. So like there was a lot of things that was going on, and I didn't really care, and I got myself into trouble. I went away for a long period of time. I literally came out. Luckily, I came out sane. Well, I think I'm sane. I hope I'm sane.
You're a bit nuts. I don't think you're crazy. But keep it though. You came out
You're alright.
Literally,
I don't know what that droplet though.
Yeah. Don't worry, let's tuck it away.
I don't know what that droplet though.
No, but literally, I came out, and while I was away, I did a lot of studying through the whole fitness aspects, how I can help people. Obviously, when I was younger, I was really, really chubby. Still a little bit fluffy, but we're working on it. But yeah, no, on a serious note, that I literally thought, let me try and do something that I can help others change their life. You know, because I remember being at school. One of the things was I was really, really chubby as well. And just to have people say things to me, like it would spark me off. So like I understand the whole feeling of people not like the whole self-esteem feeling. So I just thought, yeah, let me help others learn a bit more in the whole aspects of the fitness side, personal training, doing a bit of youth work as well, understanding this bit of sports psychology. So I did Open University while I was inside. So I could learn on the aspects on certain mind levels of understanding on the whole stick and carrot approach, how some people work, how some people don't work, and use that to my advantage on training people. And literally, I haven't looked back since. I am luckily blessed with the people that are around me. So you know, I am blessed. I am very blessed.
Isn't he lucky?
I am blessed. Every day of my life, I am blessed.
But yeah,
When I wake up in the
literally
morning and I leave my
We've got it all. Singing, dancing.
I am blessed. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
No, but you know what? Like, I do. There's a few people that I do have around me. Like, shout out Wiz as well. Yeah, very, very, very. He's been in the game, personal trainer for a long time actually. So he does help me out a lot. With certain aspects. There's certain things that I watch. Credit wouldn't even know, but like I do watch his page sometimes still. Yeah, he doesn't even know, but I do watch his page. Like
You pre the man, yeah?
yeah, of course, about pre-man.
You're
What's
pre the
wrong
man,
with you,
bro.
man?
What are you pre the man for,
What's wrong
bro?
with this Cisco
Well,
Drew Hill looking guy?
Did you just bring back Cisco in 2021? Did you just bring back Cisco in 2021? Behave yourself, man.
You know anyone trying to do that.
Don't start with me, you know.
Oh, man.
But yeah,
The
no, but
band is there.
on the real though, like obviously, like Dahlia, like she used to do a few of your classes as well, you know, and she was doing some of the Five Guys live things, and I used to watch a lot of what you was doing, man. So it was very good. I like to watch how a lot of personal trainers do certain things due to the fact on not even just like because people saying, oh yeah, well, this personal trainer's copying me, but there's certain limitations of what you can do. So like you can't really say, oh well, I'm copying you, I'm copying. Like if somebody's
That's a bit
good,
of a
like
stupid
feel,
thing to
yeah,
say,
it
though,
is.
no?
You know,
can
like
only
it's really
do
silly.
so many exercises.
That feels like
right?
it could be a topic.
Yeah.
Well, it's
So,
like
That
mine.
is a topic. It won't be a topic. Just go, come on. We're going to talk the thing. We're going to talk the thing.
There's only so many ways you can do a squat. Mate, so.
Exactly.
It's true.
You know, okay.
But you know what? I give it because there's a lot of talented people out there that like that freestyle a lot of the things as well. And some of it does look good. I give it to a lot of people that able to change certain things and aspects and make the training look good. But what we got to look back at is the whole fundamental sides as well, and making sure that everyone's doing the form correctly. And you know what? For me, if I'm training a client and somebody's watching my video and actually said to me, you know what, Elvin, like, your client, like I didn't notice, but my client was like, oh yeah, their foot position could have come back a bit more, or maybe they could have dropped their glutes a little bit more, or pushed their hips back a bit more. Do you know what? I'm more of less thank you, you know? Like I'll take that constructive criticism because I look at that as, you know what, they managed to see something that I didn't see and they paid attention to that. Instead of like, oh, why are you telling me that? Or what, do you think you're better than me? Because like a lot of people do that, especially in this industry, because we're all trying to so we're all trying to do trying to look better or whatnot. But you know, I take that. Like I've had like again Wiz, like he's like, Elvin, like make sure they like da. And I was like, yeah, you know what, actually he was right. I didn't even see that, you know. So I kind of take that. I don't know, like yourself, like during the fitness industry, like do you feel like you have a couple of people that you kind of watch and see? Yeah.
100%. Obviously not to steal your segment, but it's like you'd be watching, there's everybody doing fitness on Instagram, and you'll be watching a lot of these trainers. Like I said, there's so many ways that you could do a squat, but then the weightlifting world has a way that they do it. The powerlifting world has a way that they do it. Some of the calisthenic guys, they've got fundamentals that they approach, and they're somehow trying to find a way to merge all of that while understanding the anatomy of your body in relation to whatever anybody else is doing. You know what I mean? Because some people
You forgot about the CrossFitters, you know?
CrossFit.
This
man's on a shot. He's got shots today.
You said that everyone, but you forgot about
But even
the CrossFitters.
even the CrossFitters, but it's like everybody's got their way, and if you look at like even just the way that the body's made, there's some people who have longer legs.
Yeah.
They got longer lower body than upper body, and vice versa. So the way that they may squat may be completely different. The way that they may squat may be completely different to the way that, you know, the conventional squat may look. But then how do you adapt it so that it's right for you in comparison to everything else that's going on? Because you're always going to be comparing yourself at some point, at some stage.
But also, if I may just interject, as you two are sort of talking, isn't there like a squat doesn't actually do the thing most people think squats do as
Oh,
effectively
what, to grow
as
glutes.
But yeah, no, to
That's
be honest,
another-
everyone
They
is
got
so-
them one ass.
That's
Yeah.
all
Really?
I hear about is I just see these women squats, and then I'm not watching a few more PT things because I have no idea. And you two know everything, so I'm trying to,
They're trying to get Meg the
trying to act like I can
Yeah.
hold a conversation. You know what I'm saying? But isn't it infuriating to you a little bit when people do just get gassed off of something they see on Instagram and haven't taken into account the things they want to build? Even like, doesn't that frustrate you to no
100.
end?
Yeah, it's
100.
sad, man.
Instagram's
I
taking
even
over
say-
your job, and it's.
I
not
even say,
cool.
as far as that goes, because like squats, since we're talking about that, it's very easy for people to just say, oh yeah, do this many sets of squats with this many weights, and you'll attain what you're looking for. But cool, your aim is to grow a big bum, big glutes, whatever. But you've got so many back issues now because of the amount of pressure that you're putting on your spine to try and attain that. You're not even allowing your body to biomechanically look and
But
move
is
the
it
right
even
way.
the best thing?
know?
You know what I mean? For that person to build what they want. That's what I find so
Yeah.
infuriating.
Everybody
is
want
like
that
just-
junk in the trunk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody want that.
Not as much as you want the
This guy.
Everybody
Well,
want that junk in the
it's true.
trunk, man.
It makes you think where people's mindset is when they get into all of this, and not just for the clients, the potential clients that personal trainers may get, but also like I heard somebody say this on Instagram. There's a lot of personal trainers who are capitalizing on the insecurities of the general public that come.
Ooh, don't we have
You know what I mean?
lots and lots of those?
Yo.
So there's
You're giving
that
too much away,
desperation.
man. You're giving
There's
too much
that
away.
desperation, you know what I mean?
Yo,
Back to Alvin, back to Alvin.
Mayu.
He thinks he's in
Mayu.
some recording.
Yo.
Yo, baby.
Yo. I know we said we're gonna talk the thing them, but that's not helping, innit? You're exposing too much already, bro.
Okay, sorry, I'll take it back. I'll take it back. We'll come to it
It's
at a
true though.
different
Like,
time.
and to be fair, I feel like with what's happening here, it's like there's so many different personalities from so many different backgrounds and so much knowledge. You know what I mean? Where we can open up these discussions, not just for ourselves, but then it gives people food for thought in terms of how they approach fitness. What is fitness? You know what I mean? We say we're fighting fit. All right, cool. What is fit? What are we defining as fitness? You know what I mean? Is it health based? Is it your ability to move? Is it just your aesthetics? Because you could look 100 but be weak as anything. You know what I mean? Or you may look like any Joe blogs that sits behind a computer, but let somebody try ramping you on the street and
Yeah,
A
it's
different story. It's a different
mad.
story.
It's
hit
mad.
that
It's
one,
always
two.
the smallest
Yeah,
dude in a
it's
fighting
always-
gym
it's
that I'm
always-
most
it's mad.
terrified of.
They be in the office like, yeah, they don't know I have these hands. you
One
know?
body shot.
I got hands, you know.
You know what? Like when we're like all together, like it's I've been through so much and seen so much, especially when I was away. Like there was a lot of characters. Obviously, there's going to be so many characters, but so I dealt with a lot of people's personalities and trying to understand certain things of how people dealt with aspects of life, how they want to be the top dog or whatever it is, or they just try to like you just know yourself where you just like you stay mellow and just like go through. So there are certain aspects on certain things that I used to watch, but do you know what? Like I felt that built me into understanding myself. Understand watching other people's aspects and just seeing what they how they deal with certain things made me feel like, do I still want to do certain things? Do I still want to be ramping around? And to be fair, if it wasn't for my son, like literally, like if it wasn't for my son, I don't even know where my head would be, you know. Like I was blessed to the opportunity on when I came out to my son. And literally that was it. Like I just thought, you know what? Like I had the opportunity to go and work 9 to 5, do all of that, but that's not me. Like I can't do retail. I don't feel like I'll do very, very well in the whole customer service base like that. Like, because if somebody
Would
came
you say
into
a
my
poor customer
shop,
service?
no, I have good customer service. But if somebody tried to come to me,
Hold on, the general public can retail.
Yeah,
It takes a special human to deal with it.
But we all know, like, when we go into a retail shop, like,
Nah,
you see
it's
some
not
real
the one.
arseholes in a retail shop.
Ooh.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know,
like,
I
that's
know,
where I'm
I
like,
know.
It's
okay,
like people leave their common sense outside
Yeah.
and you're in a uniform and they're going to take out their whole bad day
That's
on
it.
you. And it's
100%.
just,
That's it.
it's not
common
cool.
sense is not
100%.
common.
And I don't
Yes.
realize, like, the sweeter you are to people who work in retail, they'll move the earth for you. But when
Yeah.
you come in with this entitled, like, we can make your life so
Yeah.
hard. Oh, no, it's just in that direction.
Yeah.
You're gone. No, they're not going to find you again to know you sent them down the wrong path. It's not
No,
cool.
literally, it's crazy. It's crazy to see. Nah, I couldn't do the whole retail thing, not at all. So I just said to myself, like, I want to come out and be able to hold my own structure, you know, as in I didn't want to work for the man, but I wanted to still be able to have something of my own and establish, you know. So there were so many opportunities where things during, as a PT, you would know, like, we go through months where the retention, like, we have retention of clients that we know that boom every month.
Every
like,
month.
we know
they're
those
there.
clients
Yep.
are there unless something dramatic happens to work life or something like
Like
that.
lockdown.
We know, yeah, literally lockdown. That's another subject.
Lockdown.
But yeah, literally, like, if it's not, we know them clients. We know, like, they're diehard people, you know, and shout out to them because, like, they definitely. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. But there's also the whole aspect on that we have to try and work to build retention. You know, especially as self-employed, you have to try and build retention because if you don't, then that's where it all falls. Like, trying to get it here and there, then obviously I wouldn't be doing this job. I would have to try and find something else to do. So but literally, no.
Run
No.
far away.
Yeah.
Never follow Maradona's career advice. Never. No.
I love. Hey, yo.
I do
yo.
like the little security on the side and that, you know, like,
Yeah.
do the little security on the side, not like Maradona, you know.
But you're
Don't
so
do the Tesco
petite.
thing, you know.
What do you mean? You're so tiny,
No,
Alvin. How
no.
could you be security?
Oh, man. It's like, do you know what? The maddest thing, like, I don't know, Maradona would say the same thing. Like, it's not, security is not even about how big you are. as
No,
well.
you have to be able to
Like,
calm people
yeah,
down.
that's
with your
it's
actual
literally
brain.
about how you can talk. Like, literally, that's what it's about. You know, because, like, when you go into certain shops, like, you'll see the security guy and you'll be thinking, like, wow, like, I would rap you. Like, literally, like, that's the best way to say it. I'll rap you. Literally, like, how you, but you know, like, if you look at it, it's just about they know how to interact with you.
No,
They'll know how to talk to you and just be like, come on, we don't need that, or, you know, so they know how to deal with certain things. So I just had to learn a couple of other trades to be able to take me to on my journey.
But now, if I can ask, just an interjection, when you talked about being unconfident as a child with having excess weight, do you feel that changing your body shape has already given you more confidence, or do you feel like it's more been your mental state that's taken that confidence back, or both?
I feel myself, like, in myself, I still see myself small. I don't see myself as big as anybody.
Yeah, we saw you put yourself in a headstand. You don't see yourself
You see himself
as
small,
big as
you
the
know.
rest of us do.
Oh, but
You know, I really want to know what you define yourself as small, bro. Like, what's
Bro.
small to you, man?
Literally, like, I don't like, I have that whole thing of that body dysmorphia. So I really do, like, and especially the way I'm training now makes it even more difficult.
I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
So, like, I'm on a meal plan, you know, I have follow a certain guideline. So I am trying to shred my body fat, but I want to, after I shred my body fat, build back my muscle. So I'm on that verge right now. So right now, the way how I used to train was like small number in reps, probably more sets, you know. But now we're doing more reps, a little bit more, less sets, you know. And that alone is just like, it's a difficult for me because, like, I used to go to the gym and, like, my max last year on a squat was like a 300 squat or something like that.
And he's
You
Is
know?
that it?
You know,
Oh.
I know
And
it's
he's
mad.
small, and he's
It's
small,
mad.
and he's
It's
small.
mad.
Man says
But,
300 and he's small.
I wouldn't even. Don't fully on.
He's small.
But literally just like on that aspect, like, I wouldn't even touch anywhere near those type of weights right now. Even on the bench press, like I I don't touch the weights I used to. I finished on last year at a 200 bench press. Nowhere near that right now, you know. So like, it's just like certain aspects on
Man said 200.
how-
man.
It hurts when you can't hit those weights.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
does. It hurts.
Man said
So
But in
my
your like
confidence
in your
wise,
confidence in maybe I should have been more specific in your life, your confidence, has it been affected by how you look now more so than getting your mind right and like you say your son's
it has
affected
helped.
you?
It has helped. I believe more my son's case for my son
Mm.
that if he was not here, I wouldn't work as hard as I try to do. So literally like that's the reason why I try to work as hard as I can. But confidence wise, I still understand why a lot of people don't have confidence. Like
Mm.
again, social media. Like we'll probably talk about that on another aspect. But social media,
is so
all over the gap.
like
All over the
people
gap.
that like all these things that people are doing to themselves, like not, and I'm not talking about training or eating. I'm talking about like cosmetics. Like,
Yeah,
like,
we need a
like,
tape
this is
to
this is
discuss
where
that.
like
It's-
a lot
BBLs,
of like
tum
this is where
tucks.
this is where a lot of us will feel like less confident, you know, like, and then like trying to speak to someone who potentially who's had all that work done, they're very stuck up. Those type of ladies, I feel like they're very stuck up as well, you know.
To
So,
men
like,
too.
yeah, so,
Men
and
too.
men as well, like they're stuck up as well. Like they tend, like if they feel that they look a certain way, they look good, and they're modelish
it's-
type. They feel like, oh no, I don't need to chat to this person. I don't
But
need
also,
to.
it's make
you
sure
know?
you develop that personality because you're outside. You could lose a leg. You could, anything could happen to you. But I feel the same way. I've been around a lot of females, not that are in my close circle, but that behave like that, and I'm just like, oh, you are definitely a friend of a friend, homie, because in my inner circle, because it's really tragic. Because if you're willing to go to that extreme to cut parts of your body off, that becomes quite heavy. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll discuss it in great length. And getting back to Alvin straight away.
Yo, Beefy. I like the fact that, you say you were changing up the way you were training because now you're understanding how your body operates. I mean, not a lot of people experiment on their body and try to see how their body actually perform. Do you know what I mean? So some people just go on Google, find a exercise, find a program, try and stick to it. So I kind of like that, Like I said before, even though you drop like bench and press 200 kilos, like it's nothing. It's okay. But
Look inside.
the way you drop 200 kilos, like it's calm, like like any man could do like 200 kilos, like you know what I mean. But it's all right. 200, that's nothing, man. Yeah, you want saying like you're small and thing, but it's all right. It's okay.
No, and I think because it can be a thing of like being unconfident from when you're young. Even when you look the way that you look, when you're older, you can still be like, oh my God, I still feel like that. You can really slip back into those mindsets really quickly if you don't spend the time to develop it. But yes, we need.
What's your diet like, B? I know your name is Beefy.
Nah,
Do you eat a lot of beef?
Pause. Nah, we gonna move over. We're gonna move
It's a snake leg.
It's so romantic sometimes. I'm like,
I know
why?
which side dip is and everything. I'm not scared of him.
This guy's trying to be Casey and
Oh
Georgia.
my gosh. We need the leather jacket.
No, we ain't moving on nowhere. The people want to know what your diet's like. So, what your diet's like, Beefy? Talk the thing, them.
Oh my God. Let's save my nutrition to another day. Let's save that. Hey, Chronic.
Yes, tell us about who you are.
Let us know a bit about
cool.
yourself.
Oi, the new be in town. The chronic fitness student.
Man, let's man them out here.
I'm loving it, dude. It's so good. Well,
Hey,
no one can tell
You
with
must be
your.
loving it,
I
man.
am.
Seriously, man. The gal must be hating
three
on you
chocolate
right
brothers
now.
For real, ladies, feel free to hate.
Chocolate round
And
Too
all
much
dark
chocolate.
chocolate.
Too much
All
chocolate.
chocolate as well, bro. I love it.
Different shades. Different shades, different flavor.
Not a light amongst us besides me and I'm beyond light. I'm white, you know.
Oh man.
not getting crap.
Talk to us, man.
Alright, cool. Name's Terry, aka Chronic Fitness. Name derived from pretty much my journey. Like I was born with bronchial disease, asthma. So that was always the thing that held me back. But in growing up, I was always fascinated by action movies, kung fu movies, those type of things. So there was always that image of like the Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Sylvester Stallones, Michael J. White,
Bad boy.
you know what I mean? And it's like this
Everyone's having
big
flashbacks
kind
of their
muscly
youth.
person, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and then it's like they know martial arts and they're protecting people, family values, all of that type of stuff. Even down to the kung fu movies, it was the same thing. Family values, honor, protecting people and whatnot. And I was like, right, cool. I want to get into something physical and, you know, started playing some sports. Was always fascinated with martial arts, but never actually had the access to it at a young age. So it wasn't until later on in life, managed to hook up with one of my friends, Justin, you might know as well. And Justin, he'd been practicing Muay Thai for a while, and he said, you know what, cool. I think he did a session with me, and his words exactly was, I'm going to take you under my wing. I said, you know what, that's interesting, because nobody's actually taken time out for me like that, whereas before, it always used to be a thing like I'd be interested in something, I'd explain that to somebody. Then yeah, don't worry, I'll have time for you next week. Next week, fully come. Next week goes, and you never see these people. So he was like, I'll take you under my wing. And lo and behold, he kept linking up with me, doing pad sessions, everything else like that. And then I think I stumbled across the movie Ong Bak with Tony Jaa.
Jeez.
Totally set pace. I was like, yep, this is something that I'm going to be doing. So it was a recreational thing. But at the time, what was happening before that was I was in and out of hospital for, like I say, 3 months at a time. Just constantly on a nebulizer mask and breathing complications.
Due to your asthma?
Yeah, bro. It was.
Oh, so your asthma's more serious than mine then.
Yeah, but then the maddest thing is once I started getting really into fitness, because I got to the point where the first one that hospitalized me was in 2014.
Okay.
And at that point, that's when I said something has to change internally as well as externally. You know what I mean? I could do all of the bench press, the squats, the deadlifts, clean and press, snatch, all of that stuff. And it was like, all right, cool. So weight training, cool. Aesthetically, we're getting there. But what's happening inside the body? You know what I mean? What's my cardiovascular like? What is my nutrition like? How are my organs functioning? Is my body actually clean to function and operate? You know what I mean? Similar to a car. You don't want the engine to be all clogged up and, you know, dusty and whatever. Like you got to oil it. You know what I mean? So I got to that point where I started being a little bit more conscious of that. Thankfully, not had a asthma attack for about the best part of 6 years or so, you know what I mean? And that is all due to taking those conscious steps of being like, you know, it's much bigger than what I see on Instagram. It's much bigger than what I see on Facebook, on YouTube, because anybody could go up and say, oh, 3 best arm exercises to get big arms. Yeah. And it's like, all right, cool. Well, there's going to be somebody else who's going to put up a YouTube page and say 3 best exercises, and they're completely different to the ones that were done before. So I had to understand my body and everything. So I did my course in 2014, as soon as I came out of hospital, funnily enough. And I was training at Lifestyle Fitness at the time. Got my qualifications, and then just decided that this is like a university that you never graduate from. So once I got the qualification, started reading books, got into the field, started training clients, learning more about them, learning more about myself, learning my customer service skills.
Done, no.
Because it's mad. In this lockdown, I'm kind of jumping back and forward, but in this lockdown, I've seen like a fluctuation of PTs in the industry, and half of them don't even know what's going on. But for some people, it's just a hustle to get them by because everybody needs some sort of physical activity. You know what I mean? So whereas you got a lot of people jumping in and they're just like, oh yeah, try my program or try my online training, this, that, and the other. It's like nobody's really taking the time out to build a rapport with the people, to develop a community, to teach them about their body, teach them about their nutrition, and how to actually build a robust body. You know what I mean? Or system in order to be nourished well, in order to function better. in order to have peace of mind, in order to be healthy. So made sure I studied all of that type of stuff. And yeah, here I am. As I said, got into martial arts, took a fascination to that recreationally, then started competing with it as well. And it's just become a lifestyle, which I think highlights fitness for me.
Can I just ask, what is it specifically? I have Muay Thai in my heart. So what is it specifically about Muay Thai that got you?
I think just the rawness of it. As I said, I watched Ong Bak with Tony Jaa, and just the athleticism in it, the fight scenes, everything was just raw, rugged, and because I was practicing it at the time, I could relate what I was learning to what I was seeing on the screen, so it made it more realistic for me. Also, the long range fighting, close range fighting, grappling, it's like all round. So for me, I felt like this is the most practical element of it to learn. I mean, or the most practical martial art to learn for me. And then I had a rude awakening. It's very
personal when you find your martial art.
Yeah, 100%.
Sorry, you had a rude awakening.
Yeah, I had a rude awakening when what was it? I think I had my first interclub, and I didn't even intend to have an interclub. It was just like, yeah, I'm just doing it recreationally, and then my coach came over and was like, "Oh, do you want to have an interclub?"
They love to push you in the interclub as soon as you put
pads on. It's the way they do it, though.
Come on, you can.
It's like the drug game. It's like, never mind that somebody else is going to try to hit you back. But, that you could do it interclub. I was like,
not sparring.
Cool. I was like, cool, I'll jump into it. So I did my first interclub. I remember it was, I can't remember the year. It might have been 2015 or 2016. But it was at the Nosey Academy in Burnt Oak. He's a renowned trainer in the UK. His fighters are fighting in Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, all of that, and they're high level. So I'd gone there, and then the bug hit from there. I was like, right, cool, let's just do interclubs and stuff. So I spent a whole year doing interclubs, and then a year after that, I got a message from somebody saying, "Oh yeah, we've got a Muay Thai K1 event happening. Would you like to fight on it?"
Cool.
I said, yeah, no problem. I'll do that. So this is now where they're...
K1 is super
dynamic the pressure on that is hard. But hear the joke. So I get the call for this thing. I'm like, all right, cool, no worries. I'll do it. And started practicing for it. Until I got the name of the person I was fighting. They said I'll fight at 83 kilos, I think it was. And they said, oh, yeah, I got the name of the person. I said, nah, this name looks familiar. It was very, very familiar.
Oh, no.
Turned up at the event. It ended up being a high school friend of mine that I hadn't seen for about 13 years.
So what you do? Kick his face off, yeah?
Kick his ass.
You know what?
You getting a back flip? Kick off his bottom lip.
I did lose that fight, but it went the distance, but I lost that fight. And the struggle with that, and we both had a conversation about it afterwards, because that's what I love about Muay Thai. It's like everything is love. You know what I mean? And we had a conversation about it afterwards, and it was like, all right, cool. Round one, we were both trying to get out of that place of, oh, this is my friend, I can't hit him.
I can't hit my friend.
I can't hit him.
You rip his face off.
I haven't seen this guy for ages. His son's in the crowd. I want to rewrite his history. You know what I mean? But it was interesting because that loss set pace for a number of things that ended up following. I won the next one, had a couple of losses, had a couple of wins, had a couple of robberies, but all in all, it helped shape my character, which I think spins off on the question that was asked to you a minute ago as well. But then in terms of confidence and character and all of these type of things, prior to that, I was very isolated. I'll play the background, don't trouble me, I don't trouble you type thing. But through competition, it's like I learned to kind of attack everything in the same way. Like when I'm organizing stuff at home, I'm diligent about that as I am with my training. Yeah. When I'm trying to organize some sort of event, it's like I'm diligent about that as much as I am with my training. Because effectively whatever we do now is gonna transcend.
Yeah, that's quite incredible how such different things in your lives triggered that thing that's kind of, you're not the same, but you do the same job now, and you've had such different experiences.
Yeah,
it's really,
everybody's
really
got a
mad
story.
what it takes to get you straight.
It's mad. Even the asthma thing, it's mad because like Like I know, like full well, like during the fitness. I think when basketball times, I think apart from when Frank made us do suicides.
Oh, we got to hate them.
Yeah,
We got to hate
do
them.
bad suicide.
I don't
But
even know
like
Frank,
when
and
I was
think
doing a
it's
sport,
rubbish.
I felt at my most fitness. Even when I was playing, like even recently when I was doing my rugby, my fitness was I felt like I was a lot better. So when you're talking about your Muay Thai and your fitness and your asthma, you probably don't even really. It doesn't even
Realize it
tell-
when it's
yeah,
happening, right?
Didn't even realize it.
It's a catch-22 as well, because when you do your medical before a fight, one of the specific things that they said to me was, "Do you have any medical conditions?" I said, "Yeah, I'm asthmatic." Okay, cool. At any point that you pull out your asthma pump, we're stopping the fight. At which point now you've got your ego battling you and saying, I'm gonna firm it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna firm it. And lo and behold, I did have a fight where it was a 5-round fight, 3 minutes, Muay Thai, and me and this guy were fighting. I stand at 5'11", this guy was 6'5". Lanky, brother. But we were going for it. And it got to a point where we had like mid-round, go to the corner. Coach was pouring water in my mouth. I couldn't feel it. I was struggling to breathe, and I was like, nah. I can't take out this asthma pump now. If I
Pride
do,
could kill
that's
you,
it.
Terry.
It could. It definitely could.
Yeah.
But it was also that mental challenge to be like, right, cool. Am I going to let the effects of what I'm going through subdue what I want to achieve later on? And also listening to my body to be able to manage what's happening at that time, to be like, right, cool. I know what I'm
Hope
feeling.
your body didn't manage you, mate.
Very, very true. I did hit him with one. Dirty punch though. I still got the video. At one point we'll bring it out. One day we'll bring it out. But yeah, like it's just that whole element of challenge, and that's one of my ethoses as far as training goes. It's like you have to embrace the challenge to affect the change. You know, if in life you're gonna be faced with challenges, this lockdowns happen, and a lot of people have kind of crumbled based off of how the world's moving right now. You know what I mean? But you could either decide to stay still and still watch all the problems come in, all the bills, all the changing rules and regulations and stuff, or you could decide to adapt and say, "Oh, all right, this is the situation that I'm challenged with. Let's make the change happen." You know?
Nice. So like Beefy didn't want to answer the question about food.
Well, I don't think Beefy wanted to answer the
This
way
is
that
me.
you put the
So-
question forward, brother.
So Beefy didn't want to answer the question. I'm gonna swing that your way. What your diet's
Where's
like?
your dad? I knew it was going there.
You know it's coming, innit? You know it's coming.
I'm pretty free flow. It's mad. Like I'd have some days where I'm just like, you know what, funny, and I'll order 2 large pizza and run through the whole pizza.
Wow.
The same night before the
pizza.
movie done.
Hey.
But
Yeah,
They
Wiz,
are-
I don't do all of that. Just
Yeah.
so you know. Yeah.
I would say it's funny because somebody asked me on Instagram the other day. They were like, I see you doing a lot of training on your pages. I don't see you post anything about food. I was like, am I supposed to as a personal trainer? But no, I pretty much just eat as my body feels. Like I think we've got to a place where we've been taught to eat until we're full, not to eat to nourish our body. So I'm mindful.
Preacher.
Preach.
Man's catching the Holy Ghost.
Preach the thing,
But yeah, it's like I am mindful of what I put into my body. So it's like water intake. Am I having too many salty foods? Am I having too many sweet foods? Am I having too many, processed food? Like, how much am I cooking versus how much am I ordering out? Do I know what's going into my food? What's the quantities that I'm eating? Am I eating the right caloric intake for my height, weight, age, gender, activity level? I'm mindful about those type of things, which keeps me
That's
in
a lot.
It is a lot.
Flipping
That's a
hell.
lot.
It is a lot. But what we fail to understand is that once you set a routine, it becomes lifestyle from there. So I don't even think about these things. It just happens.
But I think it is so true what you're saying, because to be honest, like I follow a vegan diet, but in getting more fit, I'm more concerned with different detoxes. How is, like you were saying earlier, how is your inside actually
Yeah.
behaving? Because the outside can look like we know anyway. But the inside is really, really
You know, you got some flexitarians and
some
Sometimes
timetarians.
what
is that? What is that? Sometimetarians?
Detox.
You hear them thing there?
But I think it does become, like, it sounds like a lot, but it becomes more as you do more fitness and you get more interest in the more that you read. Like, a lot of people will have arguments with me and I'm like, you can ignore the facts as long as you want to. It's your body. But one day it's just going to be you and that lie.
100%. Like, I'll throw it
Right
out
now,
there.
I'm like, I'll just rather not lie about it and just eat what I know and I understand from my research. But like you guys are saying, your body is so... My body will put weight on in a different position than my very own siblings. And that's when it follow this generic path shit. It's so generic and boring. You should find a personal trainer that knows you, that understands how your body works and talks to you about your body and what you actually want to achieve and what actually will look a bit ridiculous.
And it's interesting because there's loads of personal trainers who are trying to step into the shoes of a nutritionist. And
oh, everyone's a nutritionist now. Where's your B12 from? I'm like, do you ask anyone who eats meat you don't ask them no protein questions?
I don't know.
Like, you're just blindly leading the blind here, and they're so confident with it.
They're brazen with it because the reality of it is, like, as a personal trainer, you're kind of qualified to give nutritional advice, but not to give them nutritional guidance more so, rather than advice in terms of, oh, you should be eating this at this o'clock, not too warm, not too cold. It has to be inside a glass bowl, not this, you know what I mean? Something stupid. But the reality of the situation is, I look at it as even our blood types would affect how we digest food. You know what I mean? Our activity level would determine how we digest food. There's some people who think, okay, cool, I'm gonna eat. If I eat what MD's eating, then I'm gonna look like MD.
Whenever you want, innit?
I'm gonna be like MD. You know what I mean? But
sometimes
you don't want to eat what me eat.
Sometimes.
Trust me. Trust me.
This is the guys. This is the guys that we're under. And when it comes to, you know, Instagram, and we see all of these different personalities who are out there, and they're like, oh, buy my program, this, that, and the other. You got people who are so desperate, once again, capitalizing on the insecurities of people who don't know nothing, coming in and they're buying into your product and they're realizing, well, I'm not getting the exact same result. I don't look like you. How the heck is this gonna happen? Like, I was talking to somebody the other day, right? And put out there, Clubhouse is it's an invite only app, and you know, you can have conversations, go into rooms, forums, and speak with people. There's a moderator and all of this other stuff. It's more intricate than that, but I'll never forget, there was a lady that went on there and she put up as a title, I lost 80 pounds in lockdown. From there, it was like, oh, you know, it's going to get loads of women who are looking to lose weight running in there, you know what I mean? And men alike. And it became a thing where everybody was talking about their illnesses and, oh, I've got this and that's the reason why I put on weight, and I got that and that's the reason why I put on weight. But luckily, I've lost 30 and I've got 100 more pounds to go, and everybody will be clapping, almost like a rehab type thing, right? Yeah. Now I thought, all right, cool, let me listen to this lady who's actually given this advice. Went onto her bio, and she's got absolutely nothing to do with fitness. She's like an events manager or something like that.
Someone got broken up
mockery.
with. That's all that happened. She got broken up with and couldn't eat anymore.
But then in the same clubhouse, she's now saying, okay, when she's listening to all these women's problems, and before they even say, okay, cool, where they're at, it's like, oh, don't worry, if you subscribe to my Patreon, like we're gonna do like weekly weigh-ins, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, right, well, you're not even qualified to give this advice. Well, due to the insecurity of people, they're going to buy into your thing. You're going to get rich and run off and do whatever it is that you're doing, while these people are still going to have the same problems years down the line.
That's an insult, you know.
And have to still find another PT, find another person to kind of look into their specific situation.
That's an insult, man.
Until they understand themselves. So that's where my ethos is, as far as like understanding the body and understanding the people that I'm working with to try and help them out.
I think people also are like desperate for this instant reaction shit, and I'm like, it takes a lot of time and hard work.
Yeah,
and
microwave generation, I call it.
Honestly, but I have a lot of females around, like not that are in my circle, but they'll eat absolute rubbish and haven't found an activity. Like, I don't like running, so I need to find something that encompasses a kind of cardio thing that's
Yeah,
a bit
not
more
everybody likes to
exciting.
run.
No one except. Oh my God.
Shots fired.
Yo, Beefy,
Pew pew. Pew pew pew.
let's go for a 3K run, innit? Let's go for a 3K run. That's all I have to say.
No, let's not.
That's
It's really not.
This guy really
But I think
thinks
that's
he's
the
doing some
problem.
R&D thing.
A lot of women as well, we're not allowed to look stupid or make mistakes. Like boys, you guys are encouraged to be and do the stupidest things when you're
Are we?
younger. As boys, well, by each other probably more than anyone else, but girls sit
Yeah, I know what you
quietly
mean.
Yeah,
and
prime
do their
example,
thing,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of women need to get beyond that if they're really concerned.
Mhm.
Because sometimes I don't know if you really are that concerned or society said you shouldn't look like that. So I think you should own
Yeah.
it. Be as fluffy as you want or be as toned and trimmed down as you want.
Fluffy.
But don't complain. Yeah, I love that you referred that word instead
Fluffy.
of fat. It's much better.
Fluffy.
Because honestly, be fat and happy.
Mm.
Please don't be fat and sad. It's just stuff that
Yeah.
you can lose it. You can do
But why is
something
that
to
though?
change. But yeah, exactly. Really
Yeah.
understand. Because if you get the body that you want, often, like that's why I was asking you about the confidence thing. Often I can still trip back into lots of my own insecurities, and I work really hard and I have a body that I really like.
So you haven't set
But
the
it
mindset.
still can, like, if my mind's not right, I'm having a bit of a low week, my
Mhm.
mind will be like, oh, look at the middle. Oh no, look there.
Yep.
Oh my God. And I'm like, this wasn't happening last week.
And that's the
So
thing with
just
social
calm
media
down
as
a little
well.
bit.
That's the thing
Social
with
media
social
is
media.
I don't
Like,
look at it for any standard of anything anymore.
Yeah.
Because the standard of fitness is a lie. The standard of beauty is a lie. Even photographs. They're not just click and you took that epic picture. There's
No, wait.
filters and all sorts.
Filters.
So
There's
to
probably about
appreciate
15 of them
Instagram
as
for
well,
what
isn't
it
it?
is, it's a really nice picture app.
Yeah.
It's got things that lend to
You
being a
see,
picture.
You touched on something, yeah. I like the fact that when you said, you know, when you was doing your course,
Mhm.
and you know you had to hit the books, you had to study it, you had to study fitness. Nowadays, so many organizations are running this course, and they're making a lot of money from it. So all you have to do is just sign up, pass the work on. Not a lot of people are actually studying fitness anymore. Do you understand?
Mm.
So to me, I take that as an insult because
Yeah,
I
'cause everyone
actually,
can become a
I
PT,
actually
right?
It's
study.
preposterous.
I actually
It's
study
bad.
fitness and sport.
Mm.
Do you understand? And you know, when I hear you talk about it, I'm like, okay. But at the same time, people just logging on the system nowadays. You know, I want to be a certified PT now because that's what's trending.
Mm.
Do you understand? And then obviously they go in Google, find one to work out. You know, the body fat is low, so they perform 1-2 workout. Even for certain females,
Mhm.
the body's nice, whatever. They do 1-2 squats, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Get followers just like that.
Yeah.
You know, and they actually
Aw.
it takes away.
You were so
It-
stupid.
It
sorry.
takes away. What about
Sorry,
what?
men in general, not you three specifically. I mean, you're like caught by a big fat ass much more often than you should be. But
You
I'm.
know, you'd be surprised. I'm
Don't try it. Shut
No,
up.
no,
No,
no.
let's
I
talking.
swear.
Don't try to
I
lie now.
You
like,
know
I
what?
could be scrolling. Like, I could,
You
it
could
could
be
even be one, no,
scrolling.
it could be one of my friends. I'm being 100% honest and transparent with you guys. It could be one of my friends. Post nice. You drop that one stupid post where I just think you're an idiot. I will unfollow you immediately. I don't
You know.
care.
Did she bust it? She's not.
Oh
she's
my
not
gosh.
there anymore.
Don't even start me off with
Some
that
of them
challenge.
challenges are too
Don't-
funny. They're not going to
What
do
is?
the
I
bust
don't
it challenge.
understand what's going on in the ends. I don't understand what's going on in the ends.
No,
Honestly.
it's so,
Oh,
some
boy,
of them
yeah.
are so funny. but
Anyways,
that's
No,
so-
but
you-
like I said,
Yeah, Terry,
let me
quit your lying about big bums.
let me finish
Carry on,
this off, yeah.
Arizona.
That
Yeah,
just
but
takes
there's
away.
a certain angle that you do.
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It
we
takes
all know,
away.
and you'll get trapped
It
by
takes
it.
away
Nice and
the
quick.
value. The
I don't
value.
like them
The value,
pictures.
yeah,
The
but
value
it goes
of
across the
us
board though.
people,
It goes
do you
across
know
the
what I
board. So like we're talking about fitness, right? But fitness can also tie into nutrition, what we're eating, how we're living our lives, all of these other things, right? How many people do you know have got like a rum punch company over the course of a lockdown?
Mhm.
Or how many people have got their own catering company
Mm.
over the course of a lockdown?
Sprinkle cake.
Right, but then my question at that point is, how many of you guys have got your food license? I don't even know the standard of the kitchen that you're cooking in,
Mm.
let alone the value, the nutritional value of the food that you're actually giving me. You know what I mean?
So
Let's say
true.
somebody's allergic to nuts and you haven't even told them that there's nuts
So yeah, nothing
inside the
else.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
you going
You
to
have a
jail.
lot of
It's
dead
dangerous.
bodies.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, you go to
It's dangerous.
jail.
A lot of
You
dead
know,
bodies. You know what I mean?
and
People need liquor licenses to even sell alcohol. What
Yeah.
are you doing? Mixing drink and thinking, all right, cool, I'm gonna start my rum punch thing.
I like to always say, you know, just because you know how to bake a cake doesn't mean you know how to run a bakery. You feel me?
I love how he looks around. Imaginary people out there.
Let me take that question.
Please
you know
don't
what I'm
mention
saying? You know, 2564 229, you know, speed dial on the call, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
Why is he lying?
Hi out my homies. Bust it. Yes. Alright, so on a serious
Oh
note,
my god! Sorry, guys. Sorry.
let's fit this Ricky Lee.
Oh.
Tell us your journey, man.
Oh, come on.
Well, I'm like not as fancy as any of you guys. I haven't studied anything. But done yoga for a really long time. About 17 years now, I think. Not anything super hardcore until the last year or so. I got into Muay Thai because I was afraid that a man was going to punch me in the face. And
yeah, I would do it. That would definitely do
yeah,
it.
I'm never like, because of the men that I keep around me, there's a certain standard of men that I keep around that aren't into battering females and being dickheads in general. They're normally quite well-rounded human beings, or at least trying their best. So when I was confronted with this person who acted in such a manner that I didn't understand any longer what he would be capable of, I then was no longer okay with being afraid of any man, because I'm not afraid of any men. I'm not afraid of human beings. You can have the truth and it'll be okay. But the thought that like I couldn't leave my house, I was feeling really anxious if I wasn't just going to work. It was really quite a big problem. So I spoke to my friend Marv, shout out to Marv, because he's done lots of, he's into Kung Fu and basically everything you described and stuff. And he knows fighting. So I wanted to understand what is it that I could do that would really help me to stop being afraid. So we talked about boxing a little bit, but then he was like, no, you need a coach smaller than you and you need your knees and elbows. It's a lot more fun and more dynamic. And then if you are trapped in that situation, there's a lot more you can do. So then I ended up meeting Ashraf Uddin, who trains how to shoot fighters. And yeah, he was a phenomenal coach, really tiny dude who's fought loads of people. It teaches you to fight bigger than you are because he understood specifically what my issue was and why I was in that class. So yeah, and then from there I've always just loved MMA and being around fighters and stuff. It's always been, you guys are a lot more calm than the regular Joe, because I think you know what you can do. So that ego thing isn't something you're trying to compensate for. If anything, you're trying to shrink back rather than be like, some guys, I go to a club and they have to walk the whole club. And I'm like, why? No, check the exits and who's here? And I'm like, and every fighter, we just come in the door, go to a chair and party. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. But I think I understand, especially the pressure on men in society. It's like you've got to be able to protect your woman and act like, man, all this toxic crap. But it's a big deal for you guys. So that's it, really. It's just fighting and yoga.
I think it's that men are afraid to know that.
Hectic.
Take off the thing off your mouth, man. We can't hear you properly, man.
Take off your
ting, man. What are you doing, man?
I'm saying, because you're talking so much
Take off the ting, man. What are you trying to say? Man, has fraud here or something. Take off the ting, man.
Because you speak so much doo-doo, fam. Yeah?
That's so PG of you.
No, but...
So much doo-doo. But you do.
You know what I think it is? Because a lot of guys, they're afraid to actually, put it this way, get knocked out.
I think a lot of general people don't, they haven't taken a punch to the face, and they also don't, like, no one wants to get punched in the face. Do you know what I mean? But
how Mike Tyson say it?
Everybody's
got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. You all have a plan until you get punched Sparko in the face.
Listen, I must say, on that verge of being knocked out, ain't a pretty feeling, man.
No, it's really not cool.
It's not.
But then it even brought up to me, like, just Ash teaching me how to punch properly. Absolute instantaneous life-changing moment to keep your wrist straight. Something sounds so simple, but it's never ever mentioned. As a female, those conversations are never had in my family. It's just, get a boyfriend or a husband and they'll protect you. And I'm like,
Or there's that
Not
status
really
quo
a
of like,
great
oh, you
reason.
shouldn't be doing this as a woman. And
Yeah, no,
that's
it's not
actually
cool.
an interesting
But also,
direction to take. With
you could
this
be
questioning.
you could be in any social situation and someone could get really aggressive. You said something to upset them and they answer with violence. So what must I do? Not be prepared. And that, I think, has been for me the most poignant moment, was just like, oh, I can throw these elbows. Hit you on my knee, mate. Because it makes you a lot more powerful than you really are, because you learn just how to really hurt someone.
Yeah.
And it's not that saying I want to run around and hurt everyone, but men are big. If someone wants to punch me in the face, I need to be able to move out the way or parry it or do something. Like, just stand there and be like, it's right there, please, could you? So yeah, that's really all I've got.
So that
I do
actually
art
ties in
stuff,
as well.
you know.
With
That's what it is.
because especially being the only female amongst us now.
Aren't you guys lucky?
Fighting fit.
Dun, dun, dun.
What can we say?
Alpha female.
It's interesting because then there's almost that kind of status quo. One that women shouldn't be doing combat sports.
Of course not.
So how do you feel in that essence of it? And also, do you feel like your confidence through studying a martial art, in comparison as well to the peace that you get from studying yoga, do you find that balances in your confidence to be able to handle those certain challenges when it comes to, you know, dealing with aggressive people, particularly men, or being in an aggressive situation, maybe at work or in life when you're just talking to somebody?
I think I've had issues with being quite aggressive. I'm passionate, but some people think that I'm quite aggressive. So I don't know if this is going to answer your question or not. You can bring me all the way back. I may have lost my train of thought already. No, but I've been quite passionate, and I always try to live my best life I can in the truth. Sometimes I find that the information I've got leads me to have lied or said something I didn't mean to. But the confidence side from the Muay Thai is, it's done something that there would be nothing else that could have made that happen. So for me, the confidence that came from that, and understanding that, it sounds a bit cocky, but I think when you understand how that you can hurt someone, it's so much easier to be kind to them than it was before, because like your words could be the only thing that hurt me, because I could rock your world. No, I'm only like, I swear, I think I'm bigger than Beefy in my own mind. I really do. I have a big problem. I'm only little though. That's why I had to learn. I run my mouth too much. Got to have some elbows to back it up. You know what I mean?
Definitely gotta have some elbows.
But I think it makes you understand that you can act in a kinder manner before you need to be super aggressive. Because a lot of the time people are so aggressive because they feel backed into a corner. They feel like they need to talk over you or be louder or be bigger. And some of my greatest arguments have been with Vasco, you know, 6'3", huge dude. And I'd be standing and everyone's like terrified of this guy, and I'm like, just it's Vasco, man. Just have an argument. Exactly. We're gonna argue because we don't agree, but we don't have to walk away and never talk to each other again. But I do love that, the confidence from that. And even the piece of yoga is like, everything that you're working on, it's all that you can affect. I can't make you go and do yoga and find the amazing benefits, because maybe it's not really for you. But for me, and that peace that comes with it is like something that I need, because I am very passionate and can be considered aggressive. So I need to find something to calm down. But then you have all that excess aggressive energy that the Muay Thai really took care of in a fantastic way. Feeling like you're going to puke after training is the only way I think you've been training, really.
Well, you want to train with this guy?
No, never. Because I really like you. Remember how we talked about this? I want to be your friend.
See how calm I am, you know.
I want to be your
calm
friend.
and quiet, you know.
Training Paradise.
He's
I'm
very
calm and quiet. The
energetic.
boy want to come pour me out, you know.
I remember how basketball was.
No,
If he's
man,
still
Donna
the same,
hates-
he's very, very energetic.
If you don't leave his class
become
hating
calm
him,
and
you
quiet,
haven't
you know.
done his class. And I think he loves that. You do.
Listen,
You're
the
like,
gym-
hate me.
The gym I work on has 2 floors,
Yeah.
right? Big warehouse, 2 floors. There was a guy.
Leave Alex alone.
Yeah. He used to train with a guy called Alex, yeah. And he's a really, really kind guy, lovely, does CrossFit. He's all about trying to better himself and better the people around him. And if anybody around him can teach him something, he's happy to accept it as well. Peaceful guy. And I'll be training in the other corner of the gym, you know. You can't see nobody, you can't hear nobody, like, but all I can hear coming from the other corner is, They're just wailing coming from somewhere. So later on in my workout or in my shift, I'll find myself over on that side of the gym. He's like, what are you doing? Come on, get up. And he's on the floor, literally crawling along the ground, like trying to pick up the dumbbell, get one more rep in. He's sweating. When he finishes, he just collapses in the corner for like a good 10, 15 minutes. You don't see him.
Oh, good times.
But nah, man, like,
Good times.
this guy, in terms of how he traded, taskmaster.
Yeah, no, I'd rather be friends. I'd say we won't train together because I will hate you and you
Oh,
won't
man.
care, and that'll make me
Man,
sad.
Man, I need some herbs. Some herbs. Just calm down.
Hey, but you know,
Session
Ricky Lee,
back
you're
on.
not gonna dodge a question like that, you know, like what your diet's like.
This guy's interested in the
You
game.
made a really
Sometimes
get wild creepy, mate.
Sometimes right.
Yo,
Yeah,
that's a
I'm
very yo.
vegan.
Listen.
Sometimes I'm animal.
Hold on,
based.
look, check it out. As much as you know, everyone's on their own fitness journey. Yeah, the most important thing is the diet, the nutrition side. Do you understand? A lot of people neglect that side.
I think it's equally as
understand?
important, yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
I think it's very important.
No, I mean the fitness alongside
So,
the
yeah,
food matches.
Listen,
it
life
has
is
to be
balance,
the
yeah.
same.
Yeah.
amount
But at
Do
the
you
of-
know
same
what?
time,
Do you know what? While we were talking about that subject, like I was speaking to someone yesterday actually, and I said to them, they were like, "Oh yeah, like I'm doing so much fitness, but I'm eating this and I'm eating that." And I said, "You know what? I'd rather you tell me you're not even training, and your diet's on point."
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Because I
Cool.
say I'm guarantee I can tell you this right now. If you do not even train, yeah, but you eat to a certain to your calorie deficit, yeah, I guarantee you will drop weight and you will get to the place where you want to be without training.
Talk the thing
That's
and
just
be
without
fair.
training.
Talk the
You know
thing
what I'm
and
That's
be
what I mean. You
fair.
can't just shove Coke and pasta and cheese and loads of
The
crap
hell
in your
I
body.
can.
People who just sit there and then
What?
expect
Yeah.
it to just
I'ma
shred
go
off.
get
And
And
I'm
it's,
like,
and it's
what?
accessible now as well because we've got, like I said, there's so many outlets. Like there's been such an influx of PTs that everybody's doing an Instagram live workout, everybody's doing a YouTube workout, a Zoom workout, some sort of workout you've got access to.
Mm.
But you've been on lockdown and you've been forced to stay in your yard. Deliveroo's literally at the click of a finger.
Yep.
Delivery is dangerous.
Just dangerous. Just eat. What's it?
20%.
Uber Eats, and then they try rope you in with all of these deals and all
Look,
of
you've
that
already
stuff.
been roped into 2
I've
pizzas,
been-
bruv. We know
No,
this.
literally. I had to delete the app because
To
it got to a point.
delete the app,
I
you have no
swear that-
I know,
self-control,
it got to a
bro.
point, a lot of people that did.
You know what I mean?
that as
No, it
well.
got to a point where any meal that I order, minimum £35 to £40, and that's a snack for me because I'd eat it and I'd still be like,
No, mate.
why the heck am I still hungry
Yeah.
for?
Yeah.
But you got to get busy in the kitchen.
I'm so happy there was no space for those apps on my phone. I tried to download one and then my friend's like, you need to free up storage space. I'm like, that is from the universe. You
Yeah.
do not need that app on your phone.
Accept that sign and
For
run.
real, yeah, no, but
Mm,
food has been amazing for this lockdown for me. Like my sister's taken over our garden.
Yeah.
She grew loads of our food. It was her first time,
Oh,
bless
nice.
her. And she's all I could hear was her and this chick in our garden. And I'm like, walk outside. I'm like, what are you talking to? And it's Google talking back at her. And I was like, oh, you've gone too far. I'm going back inside. But she literally redid our whole garden because I'm plant-based, but I would lean more to vegan with the ethics that have come after, but plant-based in the beginning, to answer your question about diet. Because
But you said vegan, yo. Don't be throwing that word out there like that, you know. Cause
no,
you
but
know,
that's why I led with plant-based, but
Plant-based.
ethically, I do shop only vegan products and anti-cruelty stuff, to be fair.
so you're on.
But I own
you're
leather
on that.
clothing.
You're on
I haven't bought it since I've been vegan, but I own leather clothing and leather shoes, which I justified in I ate enough steak that I could justify a jacket and a couple pairs of shoes.
Nah, being a vegan, you have to throw that
But-
away, man.
Nah, mate.
What
That's
do-
why I
what-
said
what do you
I'm
mean? No,
plant-based.
no,
Nah,
no,
shut
no,
up, sometime
no,
Materian. You
no,
don't get to
listen.
dictate
Yo, yo,
nothing
yo,
about my diet, bro.
Boom. Yo,
No
listen.
way do you get to do.
You
That's
dare-
why I
you
lead
dare
with
try- you
plant-based,
dare
lad.
use
I'm
that
a bit of
title
truth.
vegan. You dare use that title vegan. My friend, you need to get rid of the leather.
Nah, I can't
Well,
be
you know
doing
what?
that.
I say, as far as that goes, because it's interesting that you bring it up.
Hmm.
Do you think that sometimes we label these concepts when it comes to diet in order to, I guess, in a sense, appease an idea of what it should be or how it should be.
Yeah, because I think the vegan and the plant-based thing, I would say that I am plant-based. If you look like, if you want to be real militant, like I got all my leather stuff before, but the reality, I should sell it and donate the money and do all this like real cool hippie shit I'm not going to do because I love my jacket. But going forward, I think you need to be careful jumping on any kind of trend that you want and understanding that you can't say you're vegan, eat fries and salads, and then you're always tired. This is rubbish. You fall off but you haven't looked at, you need nuts, you need lentils, you need different types of, you need more food than you did before.
I was arguing the point because, I mean, I've had phases in training where one day I'm going to be... No, not even that.
Oh, okay.
Not even that. So it's like, I'm talking about the training aspects of things now,
okay.
So like, let's say, for example...
Calm down, sit back.
I started off with like a bodybuilder type training because that's what's universally given to people. It's usually like, do this many sets, this many reps of this many exercises, you'll be fine. Right. So I started off there. Then I got to like the powerlifting side. I want to be able to perfect my deadlift and all of this stuff. And then it got to, I want to do weightlifting stuff, you know. But I had a segment where I was doing calisthenics and I had the opportunity to train with a couple of calisthenic.
Yeah, we see you show off blood. We understand.
But a number of calisthenic athletes are all vegans.
Yes.
And I remember when I was moving with a couple of people, there was this heavy promotion on, if you're not even eating a vegan lifestyle, you're the scum of the earth type thing. Like,
when you finish, I'll tell you about the scariest vegan I ever met. But yes, it ties in beautifully to this, yeah.
But it's that. But it also relates to the question that I asked before, in a sense of, let's say, the concepts that we attach to nutrition. Like, let's say, for example, intermittent fasting. It's branded as intermittent fasting, so people walk around and throw around the term loosely, like, oh, I'm doing intermittent fasting, I'm going to lose weight as a result. You're just disciplining the amount of food that you're putting into your body within an allocated time.
Potentially stressing your body out quite a bit where it starts to then retain a lot of the fat instead of doing fasting properly.
Yeah, so in terms of veganism, which we'll just call it, do you think that is like, do you think that is actually a thing, or is it based off of ethics? Is it a diet type, or is it based off of ethics?
I think veganism is more a lifestyle that encompasses so much more than just the food side. That's why I think, to be honest, is probably plant-based that I lead more towards. But now when I shop with a vegan mentality. I don't need shampoo that was tested on a baby rabbit. I could get it in my eye, it's going to really hurt. So I probably shouldn't put it in my eye. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, there's just things like that where it seems that we all just want the real easy route out. So I think the veganism comes with a lot more. That's why Maradona will say you have to throw that out, because vegans can be like that. The story about the scariest motherfucker I ever met in my life. They were standing outside the National Gallery, you know, all the protests are happening and stuff, and they were standing there, and I went up to get a flyer to like be lovely. I'm like, oh no, I'm already a vegan. She's like, have you demonstrated? I was like, oh my God. No one ever hates us. Because it's not enough that I've come up to you and I'm kind, I'm already a vegan. I've taken a damn leaflet that the art looks like a tiny spastic chicken made it, but I took it and it's not enough for you. No wonder everyone hates vegans. They're like, oh, well, you know vegan because I'll tell you they're vegan in the first 2 minutes. And it's like, so like, we're not all like that, but it's the same argument, I think, with any movement. You're going to get the extremists that make it something that's either easy to jump on, but there's not enough information. And like, a lot of people, like, I had to give up vegan. I was too tired. You ate French fries and salad. No wonder you're exhausted, dude. You can't eat like that.
Like, principle-wise, I definitely agree with you. Like, I can't remember exactly when, but there's certain things, like I've started buying a lot more almond milk than, you know.
It's got cyanide in it. Go to oat milk.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Right, cool. Now I'm being judged again.
No, I'm not judging. I'm trying to educate and help. You see the ego. Do you see it, Alvin? I'm being judged.
It's true. But,
you're being educated.
What about coconut milk?
That's lovely.
Coconut milk.
But it's just
Oat
a
milk,
tiny
cashews?
trace of cashews. Lovely. It's just in almond there's cyanide.
Okay.
It's tiny little traces, but obviously your body picks up traces.
Because my body couldn't take to whole milk or anything like that. Like, and I'm not a baby cow, so
No, and you don't need to get to 400 pounds. That's what people don't get. A baby cow drinks cow milk and then gets really, really big. Cows are not dainty creatures. But it's like, no, I'll drink all the milk, eat all the cheese, and I'll still be. It just doesn't work.
But you know
like
what?
that.
Yeah. I feel like everything nowadays is a trend, especially even being a vegan.
No,
Because
it's
nowadays,
easy to get sucked into it. For real.
I would say that probably like 5 years ago, not 5 years ago, as much as you could say you could be a vegan, you go to a restaurant and yo,
I was trying to do a subtle little
second,
one like
second.
it's nearly Maradona's turn, but you know, like everyone looked at me and I was like, that's just for Alvin. We're not very subtle yet, guys. We'll refine our shots soon. We'll refine soon.
Yo, all I'm talking about is
Far from
trending, you know.
I know, but you're about to start trending. You're about to put your story now.
No. I'm just saying, vegan has become a trend, isn't it? So, even companies realize, crap, you know what? I used to sell this.
KFC sells a vegan burger. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
I'm agreeing with you.
No, I didn't even try it. I didn't even try it.
Sorry,
Listen,
but yeah, you're
No,
right.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nowadays, obviously, when they put on the vegan on it,
Mm.
they sell it for extra 30p more.
Yeah,
Do you
absolutely.
understand? So they profit from it. So
Mm.
now they're actually buying the name.
But then also it leads
Yeah.
you to be really lazy because you don't really need meat substitutes, but preparing vegetables takes a long time
People
to
are
do.
lazy, man.
But that's what I'm saying. We're really easy to give ourselves
Lazy,
that little
man.
bit of a lie,
Literally.
like, oh, I'll get up and do 10 more minutes of training, or oh, I'll do some extra
No.
yoga today.
So
And
do
it's
we
hard.
really know what we're putting inside our body?
No.
Unless you
No.
physically make it,
No.
and even then, you look at
No.
all these
If you grow
pesticides
it,
that
yeah.
the UK have just, they've just put in
Listen,
place that we can use pesticides that kill bees.
The amount of chemicals.
Right?
The
They've
amount of
just done it
chemicals they
now.
spray on a lot of stuff, even
It's disgusting.
on the outside of a lot of fruits and veg.
Fruits and veg,
Yeah,
You have to leave it soaking.
even if you
Oh.
wash it.
Wash your things.
Yeah. But
Yes.
you know what?
Wash
But that's
all
not
your things.
but that's not even good
Wash
enough
your
anymore. You know what I mean?
things,
Because you don't know how long that product has been stored in the warehouse. Because don't forget, we're in a country where everything has to be distributed to us. Do you understand?
Have you,
You
seen
know?
that thing where you leave strawberries in salt water and the little
Oh, and
worms
the little
crawl
worms.
out of it? Oh, sorry, carry on. Ugh.
Yeah. Back to what I was saying.
You know,
what I mean?
I'm so happy because I didn't even eat fruit.
You just ate fruit, man.
I'm not a fruit person,
So,
so
like I said,
it's cool.
different organizations is realizing, they could put their name on certain things
Mm.
and capitalize on it because it's
100%.
trending now. And because all they could say is made from, oil, seeds or whatever. Once they put that on the back, I'm not saying it doesn't. Do you understand?
Mm.
But at
the
the
name
same
attracts
time,
it.
yeah,
The
but-
name attracts. They did the same
when-
thing with protein as well.
yeah, literally. So when you say, oh, vegan is healthy, you think, oh, vegan is healthy. So you try to go in the supermarket and try to pick up everything that's vegan. But by the time you probably pick up like 5 things, you go to the cashier, coming to like 30, 40 pounds. And you're like, what the hell? What's
Exactly.
this?
And what's even
Do you
inside?
know what I mean?
things.
You know what I mean? So
Listen, I made a chickpea curry the other day, and that could take me for 3 days, and I spent no more than about £4, £3-4.
This is what I'm saying. I made a chickpea and rice thing the other
100%.
day that was 3 or 4 meals because I took it to lunch the next day at work. I had it at home, and that's really good for you. I know what went in it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take time out, man. I always say, people, let's take time out and cook your food, man.
Yeah,
Stop being
spend
lazy.
a bit more effort.
Yeah, stop being lazy,
effort.
man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He loves it so
I
much.
love the
He
kitchen.
made up a fake
Do you know-
recipe of fake food.
Do you know what I mean?
Bacon jollof.
Don't go there.
Anyway, let's hear
What's it
Don't
called?
taught them thing
Yeah,
there.
let's taught them
We
thing
don't
there.
taught them
Oh,
thing there. Anyways.
Like,
Yes,
he was
let's
kind
hear
of
all about
slapping. He was
Maradona's
trying to slap
story.
2 nations in the face right now. No, you already got my mask coming off. And like, my mask is off. Like what?
Oh,
Yeah?
10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10
Like,
minutes.
hold on.
Go
What was
on,
it
MD,
called?
tell us.
Well,
What was your food? What's your food?
well, it's called jollof.
Yeah.
No, he's
Oh.
trying to make Jamaican jollof, yeah.
It's a Jamaican
No,
jollof.
Jamaican jollof.
Listen,
It's
the
not
thing
real.
is, I'm a
Good.
type of person, yeah, like, I love African food and I love my culture food at the same time. So,
Just trying to smash
you
them
know,
together.
I always bring both coaches
Why
together.
are you trying to infuse?
What
Like,
do you
what's
mean?
your problem?
What do you mean?
He's on a new
Just
but
eat
let's hear
one
more
or
about
the other.
Maradonas. We're
No,
running out
one
of
one day
time.
and then eat the other the next
I
day.
want both. So
Okay.
I
You know,
create
that's an
both.
idea though.
I
That is an
create
idea.
both.
Like, look how many restaurants they've got. Like, you know, what's the
as soon as
JRC and they got
Yeah.
the infusion. You got the Thai food, the Chinese,
I want
the
both.
Indian.
Yeah,
and all
but
that.
you don't infuse rotted jello.
No,
with-
not like that though.
Like, it
Why
don't make no
Jell-O,
damn
you know?
sense.
You know the reason?
Yeah. Jello is jello.
No.
No, it's jollof. Jollof.
Listen.
Ja.
Anyway, alright,
Yeah.
But I can't-
Ja,
Let's bring it to you now, yeah?
Yes, you
Let's bring
tell
it to
us
you.
your
Tell us about
story.
yourself. Tell us about
Come on.
yourself.
Me?
My
You
good
want to know
sir.
about
Come
me?
on.
Little old you.
Oh, me? I'm just very hard. Phew, man. You know what? My name speaks for itself. Fitness lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? It literally
Mister.
speaks for itself. I've been in fitness from the age of 12. Do you know what I mean? From 12, you know, posting up this guy over there in the basketball court. Bam, 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 you know what I
Look
mean?
how sad you
You know,
look all of a sudden.
and,
Are you okay
um,
there, baby?
You know, being a rival of trying to be the biggest on the, you know, the basketball team, you know. But it's all good, you know. Definitely, my first love was
I
basketball.
don't remember that.
Basketball.
I
I
think
love
we
how
need
he
to call
yanks it up
Frank.
when he
What?
says
I think we need to
basketball.
call Frank because I don't remember you posting
Call
it.
what we gonna call, man. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Oh, ancient
Anyway.
shots
Yeah, no,
fired.
Look,
Call
what is it?
whoever you wanna
Is
call.
it little Jonathan who used to shoot those
Yeah.
threes?
Call
They're so
anyone.
old.
Call
Jonathan
anyone.
used to shoot threes.
Anyways, like I was saying, you know, my first love was basketball. You know, basketball taught me a lot about life, discipline, you know, and especially teamwork. You know, and throughout my years of developing a lot of skills within basketball, I was never a talented person. Never. I was rubbish at everything. Do you know what I mean? Literally.
Wow.
But
But isn't
It's
there always
over.
a but, guys?
But-
Because he sometimes.
you know, to substitute that, you know, I always work hard. No matter what people say, I might like it.
Facts.
You know, I always work hard. You know, and I always take that with me no matter where I go, wherever sports I go, and whatever job I do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
I
you go in, bro.
always work hard.
Mm.
Give it your best. You know, as my auntie say, man, you know, if you know how to iron clothes, you be the best damn iron person out there. Do you know what I mean? If you know how to, if you're taking out rubbish, you make sure you take out the rubbish with pride. Everything you do with pride.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So, you know, as you probably hear me and Alex train, you know what I mean? Like, literally, we train to be the best. We're not might be trained for a
Poor
sport.
Alex. Can we
You know
shout
what I
out
mean?
to Alex?
Shout out to Alex.
Shout out to Alex.
Shout out to
Poor
Alex.
Definitely,
Alex.
definitely.
Stick up your chest 10 times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We was not trained for a sport, but if you look at us and how we train, man, you be like, wow. Like,
Yeah, you can't ramp for these work.
Yeah,
rate.
what competition
Yeah,
these guys are getting ready for? Do you understand? So that's how what I've taken from basketball, hard work, you know. And like I said, fitness for me just been a journey, man. And on Beefy touched on a lot of things as well as training in the gym because, you know, we always watch, you know, these posters and these guys are flexing and everybody want the, you know, the 12 packs and that bicep and that back, that demon back. You know what I mean? You know, you know what I mean? You know, and obviously, the media push these things out.
Mm.
Do you understand? And little do we know, you know, when we were studying sports, you know, there is actually a phase they have to go through. Do you understand? And culture actually plays a part because these people that's flexing for the camera, you know, they have to fast. They have to be working out. They have to be working out at a certain period. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, going back to it, you know, definitely fitness has just been a mad journey for me, man. Especially the discipline of it. You know?
But now, because you didn't mention boxing, but all of us here know that you do boxing.
Yeah.
Because of basketball, now that you have boxing,
Mm-hmm.
what's been more a true reflection of you, the lone sport or the team sport? And which one do you grab, or does it depend on how you're feeling in your life?
You know what? Yeah, basketball taught me how to rely on people because you know these days you have off days and you need someone else to compensate on that. Well, boxing is a pure individual. It's just me or nobody.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So when I'm training, or it's all about discipline. Do you know what I mean? So boxing taught me of, listen, man, you're in this world alone. You know what I mean? So get used to it. And You know what I mean? Bust the thing there. You know? But yeah, so the boxing taught me, you know, is as much as basketball taught me discipline, boxing taught me it's a very lonely sport. And as well as this work could be very lonely. Do you know what I mean? So if you get used to on how to develop your mind frame within boxing, you're at peace.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're at peace because, you know, no one ain't gonna be schooling you and say, yo, you need to get up, go for a run. If you don't run, that person outside you're competing for is going for a run. Yep. Do you know what I mean? So you always have to kind of picture like someone's always working harder than you. That's when you're getting ready for competition. Do you know what I mean? So you always have to train twice as hard. Do you know what I mean? There's no one gonna help you. Remember, the coach could say, do this pad work, go on the bag here. At the end of the day, when you go in the ring, it's just you by yourself. You're the one about to get dropped.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're the one about to get busted in the face, and the crowd is staying, waiting for that entertainment.
Oh, we
Do you know
like
what I mean?
it.
So
We love a bit of a punch up.
but
That's the cold reality.
That's someone's health. People don't realize, you know, these people that actually step in the ring, that's someone's health. Look how many people have died in the ring because of the brain.
Years later because
literally,
of that same stuff.
You know what I mean? So like I said, boxing is not you can't literally play it. You can't play that sport. Do you know what I mean? It's either in you or it's not in you, man. Do you know what I mean? And that's what that taught me is either it need to be in you. There's some boxers literally they don't do nothing but boxing. That's their life. That's how they eat. That's how they provide. Do you know what I mean? Well, for myself, that's not how I eat. That's not how I provide. Do you know what I mean? My fight is not with him in the ring. My fight is outside the ring. Do you know what I mean? But once I could adapt the fight in the ring, it makes my life easier outside. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's just quite interesting to hear, like, kind of, not that we're all in very lonely kind of segments, but we are kind of Muay Thai and yoga can be the same as boxing. But yeah, it's quite interesting to hear how the basketball side.
No, but like I said, teamwork, definitely. You know what I mean? I feel like I kind of lost that a lot when I went into boxing because when I diverted into boxing, I feel like it's all me. Do you know what I mean? When I look in the mirror, it's just me. You know what I mean? Like literally it's just me. So I don't see nobody but myself. But in basketball is like, you know, I could only just I have a role to play on that team. Do you understand? And if my role was to be a shooter, my job is to be a shooter. If my role is to be a 3 or 4 man, then I have to be a 3 or 4 man. You know, so
and a 5 man, no.
I relate to that.
That's interesting, though. That is interesting.
Do you know what I mean?
Like,
So
there's an element of the lonely road that transcends into the team sport anyway. Because if you never had those moments where you were alone or what you adapted from boxing, you wouldn't know how to play your position in its most effective way when you are doing the team thing. Because you could be in that team situation and hold everybody back. At the same time, you know what I mean? Not just because everybody else is doing their part and you're like, well, I was a part of this. It's like you still got a role to play when it comes down to it. But yeah, no, I
think it's an important message though, and a great one to kind of end on, because we are, a place where people can come. But if it's not in you to change, or it's not in you to do stuff, we can do all the challenges we want. We can set up the framework for everyone to come and be a part of the community. But again, it comes down to yourself, and it can be very lonely.
Teamwork, you know, and as well as teamwork, you know, it also taught me about family. Do you know what I mean? And you don't have to be relative to be family.
No,
do you know what I mean? And that's more, as much as discipline, family I took from basketball, I tried to incorporate that in my own personal life, as well as in, like I said, in boxing as well. And definitely family is very important. Do you know what I mean? Because you need to know how to gel together.
Yeah, and even in your coaching, you must know more from your basketball side to help you coach a room full of people that are maybe doing individual things, but you can see, definitely from that day. Well, yeah. It's good to know about all of you a little bit more. Hope you've all enjoyed our get to know all the Fighting Fit Club guys today.
Come on now.
And there'll be more to come.
Question, but it's cool. You escaped the diet.
Yeah, you escaped the diet. Oh, actually, hold on. We could sneak in a diet question.
You want to know about my lifestyle?
Well, no, we just want to know about If you eat
My-
beef.
No, you should.
Do
Yeah,
you
sometimes.
see how I had you there? Do you see how I had you there? Like, see, I got you, beefy. I got you. How's your diet? What you saying before we get rid of all of us?
Man, not touch beef. You see me?
Pause. Keep it. Just keep it like
Beef's
that.
taking a hit today, boys. Beef is taking a hit today.
I'm
Just
playing.
keep it
Nah, like Terry over there, you know, he likes to freestyle, but at the same time, I'm more of a sometimitarian. You know, a lot of people might think, what kind of what see they talk about sometimitarian? It's like, you know, I just divide my years.
Shabba.
You know, I divide my months, sorry. You know what I mean? So there's 12 months in a year. So sometimes
You
in
sure?
the first 6 months, when they shop, the first 6 months, you know, I will most likely divert to plant-based. And the other 6 months, I most divert into pescatarian. You know what I mean? It's all about balance.
Yeah.
See, you're on some chicken.
Yo. Man, not touch beef, is it me? No man should touch beef. No dead animal, is it me?
Yes, and let's wrap this up beautifully. Yes. Thank
Anyway.
you all so much for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed finding out a little bit more about each of us. And yeah, there's more to come. Hopefully you like what you see and you'll subscribe, like, and comment.
Yeah.
Yep.
And ring the notification bell, you know what I'm saying?
Come on. Man. Don't forget about it, man.
Yeah,
And don't
man.
forget to, guys, make sure you comment. If you want to know anything about us, you know, drop a comment underneath, wherever you want to drop a comment. You know, even give us a call.
No, we won't be giving you our numbers. I don't know why he thinks we're podcasting, but you can DM us on Instagram. You can't have a phone number. Yeah. I don't care how romantic you get, MD. This is not fitness. We're into fitness, not romance. Cool, man.
Oh,
That's it.
man. Is that time?
Done.
If you like what the content of the channel is about, subscribe, like, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Hold on. You gotta leave a comment, man. You just gotta leave a comment. Let me know what you think.